May of last year. But President Trump said today, once the war is over, inflation will drop like a rock.
Are you concerned, Mr. President, about the latest inflation number which came out this morning? Could that be a
No, I love it.
The numbers
were great. You know what I really love? I love the inflation. You know why? Because as soon as this war is over, you know, I can say it now. Something you didn't know. Do you know we've been taking out millions of barrels of oil? Nobody knows it. You know who doesn't know about it? Iran, until right now. We took out the other night 22 ships. Late at night with no lights, because they don't have any radar, because we blasted the crap out of it. We took out, that's why oil's $85 a barrel.
Let's talk about the economy with Henrietta Treyes, the Director of Economic Policy at Vita Partners. Henrietta, thanks so much for being with us. How do you read this inflation report in the context of what President Trump was saying that he loves these numbers?
It's great to be with you, Boris. There's not a 4.2% inflation print. The best I can say is that inflation everywhere else didn't also rise more than expected. That is not good news. We're on day 104 of the war, if I'm not mistaken, and we've spent $100 billion. And a lot of that is being borne by regular Americans. It's a $460 hit to your own gasoline usage. $750 a year, and that's just for gas. It doesn't include the groceries that are more expensive, the surcharges on all your Amazon shipments, the additional 8% cost of just shipping mail around the country. This is a massive blow, and 4.2% inflation means that inflation is moving faster than our wages are keeping up. That's the problem for the president with this war.
Obviously, higher inflation driven primarily by rising energy costs as opposed to completely spreading around the economy. What does it tell you that it's so focused on the cost of energy right now?
Well, I think the main issue is that obviously this is because of the president's decision to engage at the war with Iran. The more pressing issue is that this makes it impossible for the Federal Reserve to reduce interest rates. When you have a gas price hike, that's not just broad inflation elsewhere. That's a very specific cause, and the Fed can't do anything about that. So there's no help coming our way. As we saw from Republican lawmakers earlier this week, there's no chance of a third reconciliation bill. So things like a gas tax holiday that could maybe relieve pressure at the pump are not coming. There's really just bad news as far as the eye can see. And my concern with the president's talking point about prices dropping like a rock is that, number one, we're on week 14 or something of a war that was supposed to take 2 or 3 weeks. And number two, how deep is the rock going to fall? You know, if we drop from $4.56 a gallon to $4.25 a gallon, I don't feel any better. That's not anywhere close to the 281 we had at the beginning of this year. So it's really a question of when we're going to bring the strait back open and how far prices will drop. And I think it's months, if not years, away from getting back to anything in the $2 range.
Overall, food prices and grocery prices did not rise as fast as they did in April. Are you expecting that to continue to be the case, or are we going to eventually see an increase, given the impact that the war is having on access to fertilizer?
Yeah, the access to fertilizer is huge. I mean, fertilizer costs account for about half of whatever it is you're buying. So, tomatoes, lettuce, carrots, all that stuff is grown. 50% of the cost is from your fertilizer. And the strait is closed. The shippers are not going through it anywhere near the 103 ships a day we used to be getting. If we're getting 20 ships through, that is a very, very small portion that's not going to relieve costs for the agriculture community. And I would say that the White House knows this. And on June 8th, they dropped some of the tariffs that they charge to the agriculture industry on steel and aluminum and copper that go into big earth movers or backhoes and farming equipment, because they know that these prices are going to stick with the ag space for months to come. The food and beverage industry doesn't expect food inflation to peak until the first quarter of 2027. So we've got a long way to go there.
So this obviously the first inflation report since